Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we're all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am coming at you for the week of April 10th through April 16th. And I am using the Sparkle and Shine kit from the Prairie Planner. And I have to say, I'm so frustrated that this is the week that I had to use the kit for. I didn't have another kit to pull in, but it was the week that everything was just really hard and really awful in my life. And I'm not being hyperbolic. It was a really rough week, and obviously we will get into it. We will get into it in the day by day, but yeah, this is undoubtedly one of the hardest weeks in my life. Laying down this kit, though, one of the most gorgeous kits that I've ever had. I don't know if it's maybe just because I'm using my stuff, or maybe I'm just being more choosy about what I buy, but I've loved every single kit that I've had for like quite some time now. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do here. I know I wanted to scatter because I had done a straight across in my last plan with me, and absolutely I will show you, I will link my last plan with me above in the iCards. It's a Sweet Tea Sticker Co. one, and it is, I can't remember what the kit is called, but regardless, it's like one of the most beautiful periwinkle kits ever. Perfect for springtime. Perfect. So I just feel like maybe just like all my plan with me's recently have been so amazing. I hope you watch them all and love them as much as I do. So here I was just figuring out what to do. Obviously, I'm doing my same trick that I've been doing for the last few weeks, which is just pulling my headers up a little bit so that I have less room at the top, but also to give me more time during the week. I ended up having to use day extenders on 2 days. I did anticipate that, though, so I already had them pulled out and to the side. I was going to use 3 headers here, but I really didn't need it. I needed the space more in the kits. And even at that, I had only missed one thing in the week that I had wanted to plan that I had forgotten to plan. I do feel like the hardest part of this, though, was choosing the colors of the headers to use. Stacy just chooses really phenomenal colors in the Prairie Planner. And the colors in this kit were stunning. Very like spring cleaning, clean talk, everything like that. I love it so much. And I had high hopes for this week before everything got derailed. So, I had high hopes for this week, particularly because it was supposed to be so warm. And the Monday was Easter Monday. In Canada, at least my part of Canada, Easter Monday is actually not the holiday. Good Friday is the holiday, and Easter Monday is still a day when everything is open. But on the other hand, my husband's off of work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and so we elected to keep my kiddo home from daycare. And honestly, it was like maybe Monday was just too good of a day, and that's why the rest of the week had to go downhill. I don't really want to talk about it too much while I'm laying down the base of this kit, though. And I decided that I needed to use all 9 boxes in this kit. I mean, it would, like, you can see me struggle with what I was going to do with this kit, honestly, because I didn't know which box to leave out. I loved each and every single one. I wanted each box on each day. It was like, I don't recall a kit I've loved as much as this one. So, I'm sorry that I'm like gushing about it, but like very exciting. But once I figured out what to do, I felt it was like a lot easier to pull everything in. And now I was just deciding what to do. And I was always going to use the first box on the Monday, though. And I think that was, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Again, I film these later at night after my kids are in bed. But my day starts at like 4:45 and it is 8:30 at night. So just letting you know. Anyway, I think I chose well with the headers, with the light blue headers and then the green headers. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more it's just like, absolutely, I am down for this choice. Like, I made the right choice here. And then I was like, okay, laying down my sidebar, I didn't want to leave out that last full box. So I always struggle with what to put in my sidebar. But this morning, this morning, what am I talking about? Oh my gosh, can't be a hot mess this soon. At the bottom of my sidebar on the left-hand side, I put in the full box, and honestly, it fit and it made the sidebar so much more phenomenal. I really liked it. And because Stacy is the one who started it all and has the currently reading in her kit, I was really excited because everything fit. And I don't know if people know this, but on the top of her full box sheet, she has two sort of header sized little strips cut in to with like matching the either the bottom washi or the theme of the kit. So I pulled one of those in. Just as a little divider. I did need one small divider, but honestly, it just worked out really, really well. And I probably took up too much space here and intend to keep some space in the white bar because I wanted to pull in the second one of those headers just below the cleaning one, but then I wouldn't have had enough room for what I needed to do. So I just added in the currently reading instead. And even though it's green, yellow, green, I don't mind. I think it looks beautiful. But we started into the day by day directly. I pulled my stickers for this. Honestly, I'm doing this all in one night. I have been hardcore procrastinating on this spread. It's been a difficult spread. Anyway, to mark the Easter Monday, I just used this little icon from Sweet Tea Sticker Co., this Olivia icon. She's perfect. And then we had done my kiddo's first like proper Easter egg hunt that he is like aware for and understands. And oh my gosh, he had the most fun. It was wonderful. Then I was trying to figure out spacing here. Again, spacing I struggled with a lot this week, but only because I had just so freaking much to mark. So I just used a little layering sticker to note that my baby had his first solids this day and he tried banana. And it was a success, I think. Subsequently, he does not like banana, but he'll eat it. Then I marked that my kiddo went running with my husband and I used it. Oh, you're going to see a lot of Coffee Monsters co-emojis, especially when it pertains to anything with the children this week. I have them and they're perfect. So there you go. So I just noted I don't really have any kid running with dad though. So I noted that my kiddo went running with my husband. And then here was my first struggle. I had so much that I wanted to fit in. Excuse me, I am so sorry, but I obviously had my hockey sticker down at the bottom. This is my last week of regular season hockey, and then I have playoff hockey. Don't worry, we only made it to the middle of May, so you don't have to see that much more of hockey. I wonder how much space I'm going to get back in my day. But I realized I had to use the day extender, so I did. And I noted with the Teddy Plans Co. in here, again, spacing is really off, that my kiddo had a nap. I think after the weekend of not napping. He's 3. He was just before 3 here at this time because his birthday's in May. And I just think, kids are sometimes ready to give up naps sooner. They're ready to give up naps later, but he does nap at daycare. I don't think he means like the 2.5-hour naps that he has at daycare, but certainly on the days that he doesn't nap at home, he gets a little bit shirty with us. So I think the compromise is like, yes, it's okay if he naps during the week, but I just really wish daycare would cut down on his naps, but they won't for a variety of reasons, all of which are absolutely legitimate. So I then used, what did I use next? then I just used a family time sticker from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. to note that my mom came over, and then we had a lot of outdoor play, so I used a Fox and Pip Bubbles icon because she brought Bubbles, and he just loved that. And then I just noted, it was out of chronological order, but my husband changed tires with my kiddo, and he just had a bunch of fun. Carrying on with my theme from the last 2 weeks, I just used that bow from a sampler sheet that I had to note daycare drop off, and then I did groceries, and I used a lot of icons from the kid as well. I used a paper and milk Maru to note that my dad was found after being unconscious for 16 hours on his floor, and he was rushed to the hospital. So obviously, I very quickly packed, pulled my kid from daycare, which is what I forgot to note, and then marked that we went to the hospital. At about 3, after being there for 4 hours, I sent my husband and my older son, home. I kept the baby with me, obviously, and then I used another day extender to mark that I stayed at my mom's that night. She lives in Toronto and lives quite close to the hospital my dad was at. So she had gone out for the evening. Unfortunately, they are divorced, so they don't live together. But I ordered in from my favorite Thai restaurant in the entire world, and I then had to Instacart diaper and wipes because I was not prepared. I didn't know if I was staying overnight, but it was really serious with my dad at that point. We were not sure if he was going to make it. Then I used a phone icon from the kit to note that I had very, very, very many calls with both of my aunts and my mom that day. Moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, my mom made me a nice breakfast, so I just marked brekkie with my mom, and then I headed to the hospital. She actually drove me this day. My parents are divorced, as I said, but they are very good friends, so she wanted to see my dad. She's also a doctor, and she got a little bit more information from the doctor who is looking after the care for my dad. It was a very, 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 very complex case. It actually continues to remain a complex case, but he is out of the hospital and doing, it's nothing short of a miracle how well he is doing. So I don't know why this is getting me so emotional. Of course, it's not a video if my cat doesn't make an appearance. Anyway, then I noted that we headed to the hospital. I decided to use stethoscopes for anything hospital related this week, and thankfully I had many of them in my leftover stash. I just used the alarm clock to note when I was allowed to visit my dad in the ICU, and then my husband drove back to Toronto, picked me up, and took me home. So that was really kind of him. I had phone calls with my aunt, both of the aunts again. My family is very close. My dad is one of 6, so there was so many phone calls this week, and all of those icons were Sweet Tea Sticker Co. The car icon there is from Paper and Milk. That night I used Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to note that I had outdoor play with my kiddo, and I just really felt like it was important to mark that. And then I put both of the boys to bed. I used a Fox and Pip icon to note that my husband and he spent a really long time just chatting with me and comforting me and making me feel a lot better about the whole situation. So bless his entire soul. He was just such a rock throughout this entire thing. It was just wonderful. And continues to be wonderful. The next morning, my kiddo woke up violently ill with gastro issues, vomiting and diarrhea. So super duper. Love that mom life for me. Of course he would the week that I needed to be on for my dad. Then I used the same phone icon from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. to note that I called the unit my dad was on, and we had a really positive update, so that was really good. Then I emailed all of the siblings with just the update, and then I walked to Sobeys to just grab some fruits. My kiddo and I played in the park, so I used a Coffee Monster Co. icon for that, and it was still really hot. So another Coffee Monsters Co. hottest day ever. The next day, I kept my kid home from daycare again. He was still not 100%. I called my dad's unit again to check on him. And then I did emailing AM and PM update to the family. And so I just used a laptop from the kit. And then I got a call from my work in regards to my bonus and how much I was getting for my bonus. From the prior year, obviously I'd worked that and I wasn't on mat leave. It was a prorated bonus because I was off from November and December. So it was still really good, and it paid for a lot of stuff at our house, which was great. That rumbling of the camera, I do apologize. That was my cat. Then I noted again with the Coffee Monsters Co. emoji that I played with my kiddo, and then it migrated over to the park next to our house. It's 4 doors down from our house, so I used a Fox and Pip icon for that as well. And then I noted that we had mega tantrums that night, just mega tantrums from my kiddo. And then and I think it was because we were so out of like our routine this week. It was just wild. And then I noticed it was another sweltering hot day, just ridiculously hot for April. So I just didn't write anything else for the night, and I went, okay, we'll start fresh the next day. So in the morning, I baked muffins with my kiddo, and then my kid was sick again on his bunny this time, so we had to put Bunny into the laundry, and I noted that because it was really, really hard for my kid. I don't think he's ever been aware that I've washed his bunny before, so that was a big moment. And then I went to the ICU to see my dad, and I stayed there for 2 hours. And I just, again, out of chronological order, used another phone icon to note that I had called the ICU in the morning just to get an update, and I sent an update to the family. Then my kiddo was sick in the car twice on the way home, so that was phenomenal. Both of the boys, I just put them to bed quite early, and then I relaxed watching RuPaul Drag Race finale because I just needed to relax. On Sunday, my dad was transferred to a new unit in the hospital, and that was that. For the better, I think. And then I just was like, I am so tired. I'm so done. So I ordered in from Tim's, Tim Hortons, coffee chain in Canada, for those unaware. And then my kiddo and I spent some time this morning drawing. Again, perfect drawing mom and kid one from Mom Life Part 3, I want to say, maybe Part 4, from Coffee Monsters Co. Then I did my hair and my makeup, and I just used another icon from the kit. And then I went to my friend Lauren's bridal shower, and it was a much needed distraction. I only ended up being there for a couple hours, but yeah, it was a much needed distraction, and I'm really happy that I went. I felt really guilty about it, though, for quite some time. And then both of the boys went to bed incredibly early that night, too. And then my husband and I spent some time together, and I had a long phone call with one of my aunts. So this was a really hard week, and I'm shocked how much I love how beautifully this spread turned out, despite how much I had to. It was a hard week to get through, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this plan with me. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I really do hope you are all staying safe and well, and I will chat with you soon. Toodles.